Okay, before we get into this video, make sure y'all always like and subscribe, comment, and let me know what you want to see next. And that's pretty much it. It's your boy Dialo, and let's get right into this video. Alright, so as y'all can tell by the title, is Deep Woken the next step for Roblox? Let's talk about it. So I just want to talk about kind of the unique things that they're doing, and at the end, we'll answer the question: will the other devs take inspirations from not Rogue Lineage, from Deep Woken, and maybe start a new era of Roblox? Because this era right now is very boring and it's very geared to children. You can tell by games like Adopt Me and let's not talk about Adopt Me. Let's just talk about the anime community. You have so many gotcha spin games and like Shinobi Life 2 and just Heroes Online, games like that just get so dull so quickly. And you have your closed community games, but I want to talk about the games that most of us are going to be able to play. So let's talk. But anyways, first thing I want to talk about is the skill gap. Now, I don't think Deep Woken will have too many players after the first week. I feel like when it first drops, it'll have around 20,000 at most. Yeah, I'll say at most 20,000. And then I'll say after a week, maybe 2 weeks, it'll drop down. It'll drop down to about 2 to 3,000. But at the same time, there is the potential that it keeps all of its players for the simple fact that it's something that we've never seen before. And it's less about the combat and the PvP and more about the exploration. And see, the only problem is, and I know this isn't really a problem because I don't think this game was built to what's the word I'm looking for? To gear to children. I'll say that. It wasn't made to be like Wolf for Children. It was really made for the kind of try-hard community, or the kind of community that likes lore and likes deeper games, Deep Woken. But yeah, so first week, I think it'll do pretty good, but the next week it won't be that good, and a lot of people are gonna quit because it's nothing like Rogue Lineage. I can see it now. A lot of people who are sweats in Rogue Lineage are gonna be very, very overwhelmed by Deep Woken and just won't know kind of how to just adjust, and it's gonna be tough. And another thing I think I should mention, I don't know, like, don't take my word as facts. This is just speculation. I don't know what the game is gonna be like, right? Like, the game could be exactly like Rogue Lineage. None of us really know. All we can go by is the leaks and the information that the devs have given us, and that's a whole bunch of stuff. Whatever the devs say, whatever the leak gameplay is, that's what we can go off of. So, but let's talk about the combat a bit. I think that's another thing that kind of sets it apart. The way you can, the detail in the combat. You have the parrying system. You have the most impressive and new thing that they added, which is the posture system, which we still don't know a lot about. And hold on, let me pull up some notes right quick just about the posture system. So yeah, the posture system, it's like a little yellow bar, and if your strike is parried, it goes up and not. And I'm pretty sure that when it hits the max, you kind of get stunned for a bit. So you not only have to fight and like try to not get hit and all that like a normal fight, but you also have to try to not get your stance broken. You can't let your posture bar reach too high, which means you gotta try not to get parried. You can't block too much, which completely eliminates the playing too conservative, the passive way that a lot of people fall with in a lot of other combat games, including Rogue Lineage. Especially the kind of people that just sit there and block, and then when your combo is over, they kind of just go into the attack. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work in this game. Especially now that you have parrying and stuff like that. And when you attack, apparently your posture bar goes lower. So, hey man, that's really good. And, it just adds another layer of depth to the game, to the combat, really. And the races, I like how they don't really affect the game too much. They're mainly just cosmetic. So you can basically, if you spawn in as a human, you're no better than the people who, or no worse than the people who spawn in with masks. Even if the people with masks look cooler, you don't have to worry about getting beat by them because they have better race than you. Like no, if they beat you, it's because they're better than you. But we can move on to the next topic, which is the exploration. Now, the exploration in this game is just downright impressive. From what we've seen, at least. You know, there's the sea exploration, the islands, the size of the like. They can't even fit this whole game into one map. It's gonna be like you're traveling from one area of the map, and it kind of like goes to a different place. That's how big this is. And he said each continent is like the size of Rogue Lineage. So just think about that. We all play Rogue Lineage. You know, it's 100, all that. All of that is the size of one continent. So I just want y'all to keep that in mind. But yeah, we'll probably, you guys should join Deep Woken Info because there's a lot of good information in there. And if you want to keep up with everything the devs said, you know, it's all in there. But continuing on, let's talk a little bit more about the factions because we didn't talk about that at all. Let's talk about the factions and the family system and a little bit about the stranger system. So the faction system, there isn't going to be a faction leaderboard, which is really cool, which is really good. He's trying to focus on lore, which I like, because I think the best part about this game is the exploration and the lore, and I think that's what they're aiming for. So factions are cool. You have to have factions and guilds and stuff like that. And also, I almost forgot to mention, there are 3 different kinds of factions. It's mercenary, assassination, and school. Now, me, I'm probably gonna do a school because with the school, you can teach your moves to other people and probably just help other people out. You know, teach them the game, stuff like that. And let's talk about the stranger system. So the stranger system is pretty cool. You know, this isn't anything new. What is new is that you talk to them and they tell you their name and then they start showing up. That's new. But other than that, the stranger system isn't anything that we haven't seen before in Roblox. So I won't talk about it too much, but it is pretty cool. And you know, that might be pretty much it for me. What I had to say. This game is taking a lot of strides. It's definitely unique. Now I'm just hoping that Deep Woken kind of rubs off on other games or other other game devs because right now Deep Roblox is in a pretty terrible state. Every anime game is either an NO2 copy, a gacha spin, or well, there is ABA. See, like they're rare occurrences for anime games. Like ABA is pretty much the only like fun one, and ABA doesn't really take that much skill. And I know the ABA nerds are probably gonna get mad at me for that, but in my experience, ABA doesn't take that much skill. It is fun though. So we need more games like ABA, but hopefully Deep Woken inspires a new generation of Roblox games. But with that being said, if you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment, let me know what you want to see next, and make sure to check the Discord link in the description and join Deep Woken Info. I'm gonna put both of those links in there for Deep Woken Info and for Smooth's community. And with that being said, that's it for this video.